Welcome to the Global Explorer channel, hidden beneath the green canopies of Guyana's forests and nestled between rice fields. Village trails are narrow. Waterways called creeks. They are not rivers. Not lakes, but they are the silent lifelines of this land. This is the story of Guyana's creeks, how they shape the land, serve the people, feed the rivers, and eventually flow into the mighty Atlantic Ocean. Welcome to Creeks of Guyana, the lifelines of a nation. What is a creek? A creek is a small, natural stream of fresh water, smaller than a river, but more than just a trickle. It often flows into larger bodies, like rivers or lakes, and is an essential part of the water cycle. In Guyana, creeks are everywhere. From the savannas of Lethem to the rainforests of the interior and the fertile coastlands of Berbice and Essequibo. They may look quiet, but they are incredibly active, flowing with nutrients, wildlife, and history. The purpose of creeks: nature's plumbing system. Creeks do much more than carry water. They're nature's plumbing system, doing 4 key things. Drainage. They drain rainwater and prevent floods, especially in the rainy season. Irrigation. Farmers use creek water to irrigate rice fields, sugarcane, and backyard gardens. Ecosystem support. They provide water for animals, fish, insects, and forest plants. Travel and culture. Indigenous people and rural villagers use creeks for transport, bathing, fishing, and gathering. Creeks of Guyana. Let's explore some of Guyana's most well-known creeks and how they each connect to the broader water system. Mahaica Creek, a lifeline in Region 5, where nature, farming, and community flow together. Famous for agriculture, this creek supports extensive rice farming and drains into the Mahaica River before meeting the Atlantic Ocean. It's more than a waterway. It's the heart of a thriving agricultural region, acting as a natural drainage system. Mahaica Creek helps control floods across low-lying farmlands, protecting crops and homes during the rainy season. The creek is also alive with biodiversity, from the Canje pheasant, Hotsin, Guyana's national bird, to caimans, hassa, and iguanas. Mahaica is a haven for wildlife. Mangrove trees along its lower banks shield the coast and provide shelter to fish and birds. Villages like Helena and Unity rely on the creek for almost everything: water, fishing, transportation, and weekend relaxation. It's a place of both livelihood and leisure. Yet this vital resource faces modern threats: agricultural runoff, erosion, and habitat loss. Community and conservation efforts are working to keep it clean and sustainable. Famous for agriculture, this creek supports rice farming and drains into the Mahaica River before meeting the Atlantic Ocean. 2. Kabakaburi Creek, Pomeroon Region. In the heart of the Pomeroon region lies Kabakaburi Creek, a winding waterway flowing through indigenous lands, rich in biodiversity and local culture. This creek winds its way through dense rainforest and connects directly to the Pomeroon River, forming part of an ancient network of water highways still used today. Along its banks lies the village of Kabakaburi, home to the Arawak Lokono people, who preserve their traditional way of life through farming, fishing, and crafting. Here, woven baskets, cassava bread, and wood carvings are more than products. They're expressions of identity passed down through generations. The surrounding forest is alive with monkeys, birds, and medicinal plants. The creek itself sustains both wildlife and human life, flowing gently through one of Guyana's most culturally significant landscapes. But the community faces challenges: climate change, flooding, and deforestation. Still, the spirit of Kabakaburi remains strong, resilient, and deeply rooted in both land and water. Kabakaburi Creek is more than just a stream. It's a sacred passage through Guyana's past and present, where nature and culture move as one. It's rich in biodiversity and local culture. 3. Crabwood Creek, near Suriname border. In Guyana's far east, near the border with Suriname, flows Crabwood Creek, a small but crucial waterway in Region 6. Located close to the Corentyne River, this creek is both a residential and farming area, known for its rice fields, sugarcane plots, and family-run vegetable farms. It plays a vital role in drainage for low-lying villages, helping to manage floodwaters during the rainy season. Without it, farms and homes across this flat coastal zone would be at constant risk. The community of Crabwood Creek, named after the native crabwood tree, thrives along its banks. With schools, shops, and a busy link to Molson Creek ferry crossing, it's a hub of daily life. Locals rely on the creek for fishing, bathing, and boat travel, using it not only for livelihood, but also for the connection between homes, farms, and the wider Corentyne River. Yet challenges remain. Flooding, clogged canals, and limited infrastructure put pressure on this essential waterway. Still, Crabwood Creek continues to serve as a lifeline for drainage, farming, and community living in eastern Guyana. Canje Creek. It's a lifeline flowing through the heart of Region 6, Guyana. Though called a creek, its size and purpose give it the strength of a small river. Stretching across the fertile lands of East Berbice, Canje Creek plays a vital role in agriculture. It irrigates vast rice fields, nourishes sugarcane plantations, and supports the daily rhythm of farming life. From fishing to cattle rearing, this waterway supports entire communities. For generations, it's been more than just a creek. It's been a source of food, water, and income. Its wetlands are home to diverse wildlife. Fish, birds, and even manatees find refuge in its waters. What once served small boats and paddles now flows quietly beneath a region on the move. Canje Creek, not just a body of water, but a lifeline of the land. Four, Abary Creek, Demerara Mahaica. Winding through the Demerara Mahaica region is Abary Creek, a quiet but essential waterway that helps hold the land and the lives on it together. Flowing near Abary village, this creek supports some of Guyana's key rice and cattle farming areas. Its waters irrigate the fields and help drain the flat farmlands that stretch toward the Berbice River. For low-lying communities, the creek is more than water. It's a defense. It plays a vital role in drainage, especially during rainy seasons and high tides. Locals use it for fishing, bathing, and daily water needs. The famous Abary Bridge, a landmark on the East Coast Highway, crosses this creek, connecting travelers to Guyana's agricultural heart. Wetlands around the creek are alive with reeds, water birds, and aquatic plants, though the creek now faces threats: silting, pollution, and seasonal flooding. Yet Abary Creek remains a quiet lifeline, nurturing both land and people, just as it has for centuries. Dora and Kuru Creeks, Soesdijk-Linden Highway. Along Guyana's Soesdijk-Linden Highway, you'll find two of the country's favorite weekend getaways, Dora Creek and Kuru Creek. These peaceful blackwater streams are famous for creek baths, where locals come to relax, swim, and escape the heat. The dark color of the water comes from tannins in the surrounding forest. Natural, clean, and believed to be good for the skin. Surrounded by trees, sandbanks, and bamboo, the creeks offer a refreshing break from city life. Families picnic on the banks, while children splash in the cool current. For nearby communities, these creeks are part of everyday life, used for bathing, fishing, and daily water needs. But with rising popularity comes the need for care. Litter and erosion threaten these local gems. Still, community efforts are helping to keep them clean and welcoming. Dora and Kuru Creeks remind us that in Guyana, nature and culture often meet where the water flows. 6. Mahaica Creek, Lethem area. In the savannas, Mahaica Creek supports cattle grazing lands and links to tributaries flowing eastward. From creeks to rivers to the Atlantic, almost every creek in Guyana is part of a bigger system, flowing downhill into major rivers like the Essequibo, Demerara, Berbice, Pomeroon, and Corentyne. Eventually, all of these rivers empty into the Atlantic Ocean, creating an unbroken water chain from deep jungle to open sea. It's a vital connection, carrying fresh water, nutrients, sediment, and even small fish species downstream. The cultural and economic role. Creeks are not just for nature, they are part of daily life in Guyana. In the interior, Amerindian families rely on creeks for cooking, bathing, fishing, and storytelling. In the coastal regions, farmers use creeks to grow food that feeds the nation. And for many city dwellers, a trip to the creek is a Sunday tradition, a place to cool down, barbecue, or reconnect with the earth. The future of Guyana's creeks. But as climate change, development, and pollution increase, creeks are under threat. Blocked drainage, deforestation, and garbage can choke these small waterways, turning lifelines into danger zones. Guyana's low-carbon development strategy includes protecting water systems, including creeks, because they are critical to climate resilience and sustainable farming. So the next time you pass a creek, quiet, winding, and brown with tannins, remember it's part of a mighty journey. A journey that starts in the hills of the Pacaraimas, flows through villages and forests, joins the rivers, and ends in the vast Atlantic Ocean. Creeks are not just streams. They are life, history, and hope. Protect them, appreciate them, and tell their story. This has been Creeks of Guyana, the lifelines of a nation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Global Explorer channel for more untold stories of the natural world. It really helps support the channel and means a lot. Thank you for watching.